Please turn to page 11, where I will show you how to integrate writing across the curriculum. The whole idea of your Common Core State Standards is that children are reading, writing, thinking, and listening across the curriculum in science, social studies, language arts. We need to integrate writing in all the core subjects. Why do we need to do that? Well, typically in the past, we had units of study. And that's where we would have a writing block and we would focus on one genre. For example, let's say we had narrative writing. And for 2 to 3 months, that's what we would be doing in our writing block. Our children would be learning how to write narratives. And as we approach the end of that unit of study on a narrative, we would give our children a directed writing prompt in which they would write to so that we could score their writing using a rubric to give them a writing grade. Once that narrative was finished, it was almost like it disappeared, and then we started a brand new unit of study. Maybe we're going to go into informative explanatory writing, and our students are going to learn that type of writing for many months. We'll give a prompt, grade them on their rubric, and that genre disappears, and we go to a new genre. And it's all done within the writing block. Well, those days are going to disappear, and here's the reason why. Today, when we look at our standardized testing, students are going to have to read and think and write. It's all going to be integrated together, and they're going to need to write a narrative, informative explanatory, or opinion, or argumentative writing. That means that these units of study, these blocks, are no longer going to be effective to our instruction. Because if we taught narrative at the beginning of the year and they never had narratives from then on, and in their standardized testing they have to write a narrative, they won't remember. They have to have all 3 of these genres at a point of mastery, and they have to be flexible enough to be able to write any of those genres so that they can be successful in their testing and successful, period, as writers. The whole goal here is for our children to master these different types of writing with flexibility and ease. So if you follow my program and how I integrate instruction in your core subjects, you will find your students will become nimble enough and have all of these genres under their belt to that point of mastery so they can write to any prompt. And that's the whole point. We want our students to have that ability to write with ease and to write at the highest level that they can obtain. Let's turn to the next 2 pages, 12 and 13, for that big picture of how to integrate writing across the curriculum. Notice on both of these pages, we have laid out what typically will be different instructional time periods in your classroom. You may have a language arts time, a science or a social studies period, writing block, time in which you're teaching spelling and grammar skills, and also a time where you would model writing in front of the children. So within these blocks, we're going to integrate writing. We've looked at our Common Core, where we're teaching writing. Now let's look at the writing process when we're teaching all of these different lessons to our students.